Well, a lot of speculation about that.
I got so much stuff to talk about. I don't even know where to begin. I'm just going to go through everything I got in front of me, and it's just ridiculous how much stuff I got to talk about. But one guy we're never going to be hearing from again is Reese Witherspoon, who was so great. He came on our show.
Reese is the girl.
Oh, what's the husband's name?
Ryan Phillppe.
Ryan Phillipe is married to Reese Witherspoon. The guy was a great guy. And he came on the show, and it turns out he was a fan since he was a kid. And now he's married to Reese Witherspoon, the actress who's getting $15 million a film. So they put an article in the paper. After he told us all this stuff about his marriage, his wife's really pissed at him. She's flipping out. Reese can't believe Ryan would go along with a below-the-belt line Stern interview. He even dragged their daughter into it. I predict this is one guy who's going to be sleeping on the couch for a while.
Oh.
Legally blonde bombshell Reese Witherspoon likes to sleep in the nude, but her sex life isn't as hot or as kinky as her millions of male fans might imagine. The actress heartthrob's hubby, Ryan Phillppe, reveals that Reese's answer was a definite no when the subject of having another gal join them for a 3-in-a-bed romp came up. And he confesses that things have gone from sizzle to fizzle romantically since their daughter Ava was born 3 years ago. They have sex, he reveals, but not as much. We have this thing now where the baby's getting in bed with us every night, and when she has a bad dream, it's driving me nuts, explains the 28-year-old hunk. The actor also notes that his 26-year-old wife, who's set to earn a whopping $15 million for the sequel to Legally Blonde, used to sleep in the nude, but because of their daughter, she now wears tank tops and panties to bed. Phillppe confides that he and Reese had a red-hot sex life before they wed. They fell for each other when they filmed 1999's hit Cruel Intentions. That's a lie. That was not a hit. And only tied the knot after learning Ava was on the way. The baby was unplanned, he admits. Representatives of the actress deny it, but pals say Reese is furious at Phillppe for blabbing about their sex life on the Howard Stern show. Oh. So, hey, Gary, let's see if this is right or wrong. Let's get Ryan back on the phone. I mean, Reese. Yeah, Ryan.
No, we want Ryan.
We want Ryan or Reese. Either one. I don't give a crap. Either one. Ryan Phillppe.
Well, I saw her on, Entertainment Tonight, I think, last night, and she was saying they go to therapy often.
Oh, that marriage is over. Anytime you're in marriage therapy, you're screwed. Okay. That holiday, Yom Kippur, the Jewish holiday, I was talking about it before. It's a great way to find out at work who's Jewish, because you don't want to ask people if they're Jewish, but walking around here yesterday...
You could tell?
Yeah, Gary said there was a couple of guys in accounting. He wasn't sure.
And they were here or they weren't?
They weren't here. They're Jews. Like guys like Sam Ben Ruby. Like you hear that name, you think he's an Arab or something? Ben Ruby?
Right.
He wasn't here, so he's Jewish. So it's a good way to discover who's what without asking.
I wasn't here.
Maybe he's just pretending he's Jewish to get the day off.
I don't know. But it's just an interesting notion that you can find out. Our friend Jim Florentine, who is on Crank Anchors, he's on this show all the time with his phony phone calls. John told me he was, this guy's so nuts. He's the guy who goes to the restaurant and orders pepper for his salad or his chicken.
Yeah.
And then he just lets them go on and on and on for 8 to 10 minutes putting pepper on until they run out of pepper, and then he gets more pepper.
Yeah, until he's got inches of pepper on his meal.
And then he eats it. They all stand around and watch him. Well, this guy, John said he took a plane with him this weekend. They were doing some kind of comedy gig, and every minute the stewardess kept coming over to John. Every minute. Can I help you? Can I help you? He was like, it was unbelievable service. Turns out Jim hits that stewardess button, John's stewardess button every minute. And he had no idea.
He's behind John, and he keeps lighting John's call button.
I thought that was pretty funny.
That is a riot.
So John was like, I don't really have anything. Every minute they were coming up to him. And then he did something else that's funny, too.
He said he sends his girlfriend for popcorn.
Sends his girlfriend in the movie theater for popcorn, and then he hides.
He moves.
So when she comes back, she can't find him.
That's great.
I think all that's very funny. So a big shout-out to Jimmy Florentine, who is...
Keep up the good work.
Keep up the good work, who's completely insane. What is it?
And now, just one more thing that I won't do. Now I won't go in his car anymore, because he's got the stinkiest farts, the most horrible, right?
Right.
Even before he lets one rip, he puts the windows up and puts the lock on so you can't open the windows.
Nice.
And then he puts the heat on.
Oh.
Jerk.
Speaking of phony phone calls, one of the guys who's trying to get into the phony phone call business is High Pitch Eric.
Oh, get out.
He called up Disney screaming that he was Mickey Mouse, demanding to speak to Michael Eisner. He doesn't even know where to go with it. It's just so funny.
Walt Disney World may help you.
Let me speak to Michael Eisner.
What's it regarding, sir?
Take a wild guess.
I have no idea.
You work for Disney, right?
I do?
So, do you know who this is?
No.
It's Mickey Mouse, you dope. Put Michael on the phone now.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, back up. Wait.
Hello?
You're on hold.
Sir,
Yes.
the secretary is on the line. Go ahead.
Hi, you would like to speak to Mr. Eisner?
Yes, please.
Okay.
This is Mickey Mouse.
You're Mickey Mouse?
Yes. I've had a very, very big problem.
Okay, your problem, please?
I'm back in the bottle. I threw Minnie out last night.
You threw Minnie out last night?
That bitch's bukkake is goofy. I've been with your company 100 years and treated like crap. I'm down with you. Either you give me a raise, I'm going to come down and kick Michael's ass.
What is the problem with me?
I'm treated like crap. I want a raise.
You want a raise?
Yes.
Can't
put enough sense in your goddamn head. I want a raise.
You want a raise? Where
Yes.
do you work at?
I work with your company. I'm Mickey Mouse.
You're Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
Oh. Is it a number that they can contact you back?
Listen, I'm being treated like crap. I want a goddamn raise.
Honest thing is, he got permission to use it, too.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. High-pitch Eric. Look at him.
Michael Eisner.
Michael Eisner.
What are you talking to?
Yeah.
What does the phone look like after he uses it? It must be soaked.
Robert Blake's buddy, John Solari, he was on our show. He's one of those guys. He was even offering Robert Blake. He would bump off Bonnie Lee Blakely. He didn't like her so much.
Well, he claims that he offered to do it, and Robert turned him down.
He gave us a voicemail. He says a shout-out hello.
Hey, happy holiday, you guys. This is John Solari. I hope I'm not breaking your guiones, but Wednesday is Robert Blake's birthday, and I was just hoping your fans out there could wish him a happy birthday, and I hope he gets through it. I apologize for being a pest over there, but you really have helped him an awful lot. He's received a lot of mail, and I know he really appreciates that, and I appreciate it, and then I'm there for you guys anytime I can. God bless.
There you go.
Right. That's Acting 101. Bye-bye.
You're kidding. People have listened to this show and written to Robert Blake in a positive fashion.
Yeah, in a positive way. Many fans of the show are writing Robert Blake.
That is amazing.
Yeah, everyone's very excited about that. We had Anna Nicole Smith here last week. Benji, as you know, has been trying to get a date with her for real.
He actually had her sign a contract.
And the
for
way,
a date.
yeah, well, I'll tell you something. It was weird when she was here. We made Benji look like a hero. Anna Nicole didn't know, but we set up a fight between Benji and John, and Benji defended Anna's honor.
Yeah.
And it really was turning her on. Here's a little piece of that if you missed it. What is it, John?
Anna, just get on the scale. We all have bets. Stop being surprised. It doesn't matter. We've all been on the scale. I'll get on it. Just get on the scale. It's good for the show.
Easy, John. He doesn't want to do it.
Benji, what are you saying? Wait a second.
He doesn't want to do it, John. Just cut it the hell out.
What are you saying, Benji?
Benji, all of us have bets on it. Anna, just get on the scale. It's no big deal.
He doesn't want to do it.
What are you, a moron, Benji?
Yeah, I am. You want to fight about it?
Sure, I'd fight about it.
He doesn't want to do it.
Benji, what are you, a
Come on, man.
Are you that in love with this freaking...
He doesn't want to do it.
Look at this guy, Rob.
Oh, my God.
What are you, crazy?
All right, Benji, John, you're going to have to leave. You're going to have to leave, John. You're going to have to leave. Benji, stop. Benji, stop. He's in love with you. He is in love with you.
He's being restrained
That's a man
by
who's in
about
love with you.
3 different people.
Benji, stop.
Benji, stop. Benji, stop.
Benji, somebody
stop.
get Benji some
Benji, sit
cold
down.
water.
Sit down. Benji, sit down.
Oh, my God. Look at the commotion you cause, Anna Nicole.
Easy, everyone easy. Benji's fine now.
He's all right.
He's all right. He's okay.
Benji, calm down.
All right, anyway, Anna was quite impressed with that because she didn't know he was a bad actor. And
brilliant performance.
Just do it!
she was like, Benji's really nice.
Yeah, that was really nice. Benji doesn't want me to get on your stupid weigh machine. Benji's really nice.
Weigh machine. Called the scale a weigh machine. So, anyway, so she agreed to go out with Benji Saturday night. Benji, give us the bottom line.
I don't know if I was scammed or what, but I got to her hotel, and there was a producer from her crew. And I said, I'm supposed to call up to let him know I'm here.
Right.
And he goes, no, hold still, I'm taking care of everything. So at that, I was about 15, 20 minutes late.
Okay.
I was supposed to be there at 7. I got there about 7:20. So I'm waiting there for about 40, 50 minutes. And then he says, okay, now move to this other lobby. They're ready for you and everything. And then he asked me what name they say to give when I got there. So I was like, wait a sec, this seems kind of weird. Maybe he's from some other show trying to set me up or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I call up to the room. It's so weird. It's like they're acting like he told them I was there, but they're acting like since I didn't call up myself, he told me not to call. But they're saying since I didn't call, the date was canceled. It's as if like a guest was scheduled here, and Ronnie said wait in the lobby, and you're like, well, you never came in, so the date's you're not going to be interviewed. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
No, you're not. But
I don't follow it at all.
Do you understand, Robin?
I think what he's saying is he was stopped when he got to the lobby. The guy supposedly made a call on his behalf. And he waited there 50, 60 minutes.
And she didn't show up.
And no, they're saying she fell asleep.
Yeah, well, they're scamming you. Dude.
Well, and they're admitting that they knew that the guy told them that I was there.
So basically you didn't get a date. That's the bottom line.
Exactly.
All right.
I don't know if it was a prank because the guy kept laughing.
She doesn't want to be bothered with you.
Yeah, she's not into you, dude. And that's a shame because
it's ultimately who gives a F,
Right.
But no, seriously.
Right.
I mean, there's other
women that could reject you.
I could go for and everything,
A lot of other women will reject you in your time. All right, so Benji didn't get the date, and I really think you ought to give up on it. I think it's over.
I'm going for Sharon Osbourne now.
I think she's really into Ozzy.
We'll see. She's vulnerable now.
Mike Tyson gave an interview to the Best Damn Sports Show. And anytime there's a Mike Tyson interview, you got to listen to it.
Anytime a mic is open around Mike.
Yeah, so let me get to this because we've been sitting with this tape for 7 months. Let's give this a whirl. Okay, here we go. With Tyson talking about he and his friend are from the same neighborhood.
I don't know. I'm not the only one. I have no exclusivity to John. Me and John from the same neighborhood. So, he had trials and tribulations too. You know what I mean? They say sometimes the most precious flowers blossom in adversity. You know what I mean? We're a testament to it, where we come from. And look at him now, the way he conducts himself so articulately.
Why didn't he come on this show?
I wish he would talk to us.
Trials and tribulations.
He's talking about John Sally, as a matter of fact.
Oh. And you go, and sometimes they say a flower, it would blah, 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 blah.
He jumps a bunch of words. He goes from flower to adversity.
Right. The words don't all come together.
They say flowers come from the adversity.
We had 2 or 3 layers that didn't.
Here's Tyson, how he got his ass kicked in the last fight.
It's just that I couldn't get started. He had hurt me early in the fight, and even though I won the first round, he had hurt me in the first round, and I could never get my cerebellum together. I just couldn't get right, and he is smart. He has fought successfully, and he was just so consummate.
We got to remember that one. My cerebellumness.
And there was something else at the end. He messed up too.
Kept moving, and his perception of the jab was incredible. And he just fought well, and he deserved everything he got.
Are you fighting him again?
Yeah. Well, I would love to fight him again.
Well, they interviewed Lennox Lewis, and he said it would be a homicide if he fought him again.
Right, but he also, I think he didn't mean his perceptiveness of the jab.
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's just that I couldn't get started. He had hurt me early in the fight, and even though I won the first round, he had hurt me in the first round, and I could never get my cerebellum together. I just couldn't get right, and
My cerebellum.
An international fight would make Americans feel nationalistic since 9/11.
This is an international fight, and international fights always bring some kind of a nationalistic feeling to the air, and it's always like Americans. Since the 9/11 incidents, we've become more of a conglomerate. We got together, and we're more of nationalists as far as a nation is concerned. We're more concerned about one another.
Conglomerate.
Become more of a conglomerate.
I love him.
9/11 incident.
How Don King is an implorable monster.
Mike, when you walk down the street, I mean, when Michael Irvin does it, he loves it when people watch him and say, there goes Michael Irvin.
No, they say there go that green outfit.
I didn't say that. He ain't flashy. He wasn't no flashy dressing Negroes. Oh, man. Listen, can I tell you
Don't tell him too much.
No,
go ahead.
Listen, but listen, it's as everyone, if they know you must have read about some of the adversity
oh yeah, we do it.
Michael went through, and he came here, man. He came through with flying colors, and the fact that because I used to hang out with Michael. Michael was crazy. Michael was crazier than me.
I don't know what this has to do with Don King. Maybe this is the wrong club.
But once I know he got down with T.D. Jakes, it was over.
Yeah.
I'm a Muslim, and I love T.D. Jakes. You know what I mean? I look at T.D. Jakes' tapes, and I'm a Muslim, and I say 5 times a day, and I look at T.D. Jakes.
What are you talking about?
What is TDJ?
Something we got to learn about. He's a Muslim, and he loves it.
I'm a Muslim.
How his religion has deepened his own barometer.
We had Don King on the show.
This is the Don King clip. All right, these are all out of order, I guess.
2 or 3 times.
Ain't he ugly?
I'll go with the Ali term. But check this out. He came on the show, and I hope he comes back on. But he said when you was with him and you broke away from him, some people, bad people, pulled you away from him, and you left.
Is it that guy, whoever's interviewing him, is using bad grammar on person? When you was with him?
Maybe.
That guy
Michael
sounds.
will understand.
Yeah, that guy sounds like he's dumbing it up for Mike Tyson.
I don't know.
When you was with him.
When you was with him.
You know he knows the right grammar, that guy. A lot of black guys go into slip into some bad grammar so they look like they're black guys.
Right.
$150 million on the table for 4 extra fights. Explain that.
And that's not true. When Don King says you missed for a fight and you're not making enough money, this is true. The money may be generated, but you won't get what you're promised.
Really? Explain. What do you mean?
So out of $150 million, I'll probably, if I'm lucky, I might get $20 million out of the whole deal. This guy is a real implorable monster as far as concerning about people's feelings and their
implorable.
I think he was going for deplorable.
I think he was talking about despicable.
Well, he's an impossible monster.
Why does he go for the big words? Like, why don't you just go, he is a monster?
Yeah, just keep it simple.
Children's futures, he's just a monster. He doesn't care about no one. And on some occasions, I wanted to do something drastic to it, but know what I really found out as I got older and I spoke with people, praise be to God, that wouldn't even hurt him. He wouldn't even care. If really? I was to be a monster like him and do something bad to someone that he loved, he wouldn't even care.
He meant mobster. I think he said a mobster.
He's an implorable mobster.
I'm not sure what he is. All right, finally, this is how his religion has deepened his own barometer.
It's just horrific lifestyle, and I've been on a wild lifestyle, and praise be to Allah, and I just, right. Just from people, God put people in my life, not necessarily from a religious perspective, but just putting people, different kind of religion in my life, and it's just focusing, deepening on my whole barometer, so to speak. I still have my issues.
Yeah, deepen that barometer. I love him.
Deepening my implorable barometer.
He's an implorable mobster.
Well, his cerebellumness.
It just messed up my cerebellumness.
Mike, we appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Praise be to Allah. Well, there you go. There's the Mike Tyson clips. Love him.
Can't get enough of that guy.
Love him. Also, all right, where do we go to next? Man, I got so much stuff here. All right, hold on. Okay, yesterday we weren't here, so a lot of stuff happened I got to bring up. A couple of things happened. First of all, yesterday, the whole day, everyone was still talking about those Muslim dudes, the students, the supposed Muslim students.
Now they're students.
Yeah, suddenly they're students. Police pulled them over after a woman from Calhoun, Georgia.
Yee-haw!
She heard them talking about setting off a bomb. The police questioned these dudes. They let them go. Now, first of all, you got to say to yourself, you see, today we live in a society where we're at war. And these three guys have to ask themselves, man, when you walk around in some place called Calhoun, Georgia, and you're with one of them beards and them funny hats, don't get out of your car.
Keep going. Don't try to get a meal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care if you have to go to the bathroom.
Drive.
Keep driving.
Oh, stop.
Calhoun, Georgia, you're wearing that yarmulke-looking thing with the long beard?
What you an Arab?
Well, the thing you can't do is get upset when people look at you funny.
Yeah, I mean, we're at war. You know what it is? These guys
gonna look at you funny.
Robin, these guys want to they want to drive around dressed up like Osama bin Laden and not have anybody get nervous. In Calhoun, Georgia, no less. Hello, we look like Osama bin Laden. I mean, it's just going to lead to disaster. Take a shave, get that thing off your head, and walk around like a regular dude, especially in some redneck town. You're walking around with a full beard and turban. What do you think's going to happen?
I don't know.
Look, it's ZZ Top. Come to Calhoun, Georgia. Woohoo!
They have the Arab.
First of all, I'd just be nervous people would be spitting in my food and stuff. You know what I mean? I mean,
to get out and to sit and eat like that in Calhoun?
Speak Spanish and wear a sombrero. Anything but that. You get out of your car. Which way to the mosque? Come on.
We are Mexican.
The only thing they could have done worse was had white chicks with them. Like pull it to Calhoun looking like Osama bin Laden with some white chicks. Doggy.
There's an Arab with a white chick.
Oh, it would just... Oh.
Of course you expect a call to 911.
Of course. I mean, you can't have it both ways since 9/11, man. You can't have it both ways.
Somebody's going to turn you in just for being.
I'll tell you the truth. If I was a Muslim dude from some Arab country and I was coming here to medical school and to take part in all the good things we have here in America, I'd shave.
Let me ask you something.
I would. Right now, in the 9/11 environment, sure I would.
The beauty of the country has always been
but we're at war.
You can do anything you want. You can wear that
You can't do it anymore.
And drop to your knees 5 times a day.
Okay, but don't be upset.
Right.
Then when you get pulled up, you know what these guys should do? They should shave their head. You cut your hair short, dye it blonde, look like Eminem. That's what I would look like.
What I worry about is that this is going to discourage racial profiling because we screwed up once and these guys weren't.
As far as I'm concerned, we didn't screw up anything. That woman was great. That hillbilly woman, I love her.
Well, this is what one of the guys, one of the medical students, said he's imploring all Americans to stop doing this. They're saying the woman instigated it by looking at him.
Oh, yeah, we're doing him wrong.
That's what I'm saying. I hope this doesn't, spawn that now.
I want to know who's going to go to these...
We're going to always look funny.
Who's going to go to these three guys as doc? Let's say they did do it, and they did this practical joke. I want them as my doctor.
Well, I think they got thrown out of the medical school.
Yeah, I heard that.
The medical school knows it's over.
Yeah, I know. And now everyone's bitching about us as Americans, and we come to this country to study, and you look at us with our Osama bin Laden outfits, and you make fun of us. You know what? Then go back to Afghanistan and study to be a doctor.
Go elsewhere.
You make one joke about the bomb, and all of a sudden...
look what happens.
Yeah.
Calm down. We're just jokesters.
I'll tell you what, man.
Having a little fun.
Yes.
I go to the hospital. I got a hatchet in my head. I still don't want those three guys operating on me.
Not me, man.
Come here, Mr. Stern. It's your turn.
Pass the scalpel, Ahmad.
Go live in Yemen and wrap mummies for a living. Yeah, I'd be like, hey, Osama, I'll wait here, man. Give me one of those Jewish doctors.
Turn your head and cough.
Yeah.
You filthy American.
Black doctors love it now, though. Because people are like, you know what, Osama? Give me a black doctor.
I'll take the black one.
Yeah, fine. So, but that woman who reported them, I think she's a hero.
She is.
And it's funny too, because a lot of these broads from Calhoun, Georgia and stuff, they don't have the best eating habits. She looked like Chris Farley in a dress. Did you see her? She was on the news. She was like, I saw. Oh yeah, she's Chris Farley. I'm telling you, Chris Farley's alive.
The food in this place.
Chris Farley had a sex change operation. He lives in Calhoun, Georgia. Yeah. Then they had to take her to the hospital because she had chest pains from stress.
Of course she did.
Well, if you've been eating grits and bacon and hush puppies your entire life, you're going to have chest pains too.
It was just a coincidence that it happened around this time.
Then, of course, I want to congratulate all our law enforcement people in the Bush administration capturing the cell in Buffalo.
And New Yorkers, that's right.
Yep.
And let us say, we have been calling on the Arab community to turn in these people. This is exactly what happened. Governor Pataki got on the radio, and he said this was the result of the cooperation of the community.
And by the way, it shows you how crafty these guys are. Who would even think there'd be a terrorist cell in Buffalo?
Not only Buffalo, but they're all American-born.
I know.
And that's what I had read was going to happen, that they're looking for disgruntled Americans to recruit.
Disgruntled Americans.
Oh. It is terrible.
So it'll be us blowing us up.
Yeah.
And they caught one of the dudes who was going to be the 20th hijacker.
Yeah, him too.
It's been cool. Nice little take. He was one of the guys seen on that videotape boasting about having hurt America and how they were going to continue to hurt America. Now he's in jail.
Yeah, well, Saddam Hussein, by the way, we're still debating whether to go in and get his ass.
Well, did you hear what he just did?
He said that the inspectors could come.
Right, who cares?
With no conditions.
Yeah, Bo.
What does that matter?
How do I know what to look for?
Yeah.
He said the only people he's going to allow are to inspect Iraq are American airport screeners. Because they couldn't find... what is this here? It's this big round-looking thing.
Now look at this.
Mr. Saddam, let me look in your luggage.
Might you be holding some chemicals in here?
Hey, my cerebellum just wants to check you for weapons.
Listen, I think you're an implorable monster. Let me check your weaponry.
Did you see Fox is doing another one of these stunt television shows? They're going to explore. They're going to inspect the pyramids. Did you see this?
No.
Yeah, with
what,
like
are we going
a robot.
inside a pyramid?
Yeah, well, actually, they ran the special. I didn't see it, but they were going to, because I can't get sucked into that.
Not anymore.
They're going to open up the chamber that supposedly has a 4,500-year-old man in it. And Anna Nicole Smith called me. When she heard there was a 4,500-year-old man in one of these chambers, she wanted to marry it.
She says, can I meet him? I know I can marry him.
But the thing that I don't understand about the pyramids is, I mean, we all know where these pyramids are. We've explored every bit of this planet. Is there really anything left to explore in a pyramid? Let's be honest. They've already gone over every one of these.
Hasn't all that stuff been on tour?
Archaeologists have gone through this stuff with a fine-tooth comb for hundreds of years already. There's nothing to find in the year 2002 in a pyramid.
I thought they found everything. What are they looking for?
They've covered every freaking inch of these things.
You know, if I want to see what's in a pyramid, I go right over across the street to the Metropolitan Museum. They got a whole Egyptian room.
What's freaky is every couple of years, some dude comes out and goes, hey, I found some bones here, some new bones. This links man to ape.
Wow.
I'm like, now you find them? What kind of archaeologist are you?
But did you hear about the find here? They found some, I think the bones are like 9,000 years old here in America.
But then they realized it was MSNBC with the Iman show.
Oh, that's right. No, but they don't think it's an Indian. And the Indians are upset. They said, rebury that thing. We don't want you finding out we weren't the first people here.
Yeah, we buried that. That's the original guy. Wow.
Put that back in the ground.
Wouldn't you be pissed if you were in the Al-Qaeda network and they assigned you to Buffalo? Why not Miami?
Else do you want to go?
Miami, anywhere but Buffalo.
Listen, I'm putting in for a transfer.
What do you mean?
I can't deal with this snow.
All right, now we're going to play a game. I'm going to get someone on the phone. And, okay, let's see if I can make this happen. I'm going to choose Ben. Ben, you there?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you calling about anyway?
Oh, you were playing the Tyson tapes a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
And there was a question about what TDJ means.
What does that mean?
TDJ is actually, because of Mike's pronunciation, didn't really get the whole thing. TDJ is actually a person. And he's a bishop, and his name is T.D. Jakes.
Oh, okay. I know. Is he one of those preachers?
Yeah, he's on, I think, like, BET, and he has, like, a show that runs, like, maybe 3 or 4 times a week.
Oh.
I'm going to give you a shot at $500 courtesy of That 70s Show now on all week long.
Cool.
Go to that70show.com or check your local listings for time and channel. It's also you'll be qualified to win a trip to the set of That 70s Show in Hollywood to appear on the show.
Great.
So this is a nice prize. All right, this game is called SAT Scores of the Stars.
Okay.
What we got here in this article is some actual SAT scores of celebrities.
How did they find it?
And am I guessing higher or lower?
You got it. Okay, let's call the high-low number the 1150, okay? You just got to tell me if it's higher or lower. So you got a 50-50 shot. I'll give you 4 stars, okay?
Okay.
And here we go. Okay. Samuel L. Jackson, the famous black actor. Is his SAT higher than 1150 or lower?
I would say higher.
You would be correct, sir. 1375. Samuel L. Jackson. Here we go.
He's a smart Blake.
Smart Blake. How many did I say he has to get right?
2 out of 3?
All right, I'll give you 2 out of 3. I don't think I said that, but I'm going to say that. 2 out of 3.
What'd you say, 3 out of 5?
I don't know what. I don't even think I said
anything.
anything.
Only giving me 4. How am I getting 3 out of 5?
You got to get 2 out of 3. How's that? Is that good?
Yeah, that's fine.
You can't get all 4 right. That's impossible. All right, Shannon Elizabeth, the star of Scary Movie.
Whatever it is, it's got to be lower.
You would be wrong.
Oh.
She had a high SAT score?
1,300.
Shannon Elizabeth?
That's what it says
Are you
here.
reading that correctly?
I got this. By the way, I got this from.
She cheated.
Where did I get this from?
Yeah, somebody else took the test for her.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they got these scores. I wonder if they checked them, but
Somebody assumed her identity for the test.
this is from a magazine, like a real magazine. Let me see. I can't tell what magazine it's from, though.
Howard, a guy faxed it to us. We're not sure. We think it's the Star, but we're not positive.
Yeah, it's from
well,
the Star.
It's got to be true.
Star Magazine. Okay, here we go. Oh, they know what they're doing. Okay. This is you just got to get the next one right. All comes down to this. Higher or lower than 1150? Ashanti.
The singer. Is she a singer?
She's a singer.
Okay.
I think since she's pretty young, she was probably still kind of focused on education and getting her career going. So I'd say higher than 1150.
She got 1,000.
Oh, 1,000?
1,000. She's lower than 1150.
Isn't she a foreigner?
All right, because
she's a Blake.
She's a Blake? All right, that might have thrown you then. I don't know why, but it might have. All right, you won $500 anyway. Who cares?
Oh. Thanks a lot.
You're just going to have to stay at home.
Yeah.
Well, if I have to.
Hold on.
Thanks.
That was that edition of SAT Scores. Just for the record, David Allen Greer, the comic, had a 1,300.
No, we're not playing this game ever again.
Nah.
He went to Yale, that guy. You can't get into Yale with a 1,300.
Well, he did, but he's a Blake.
Oh.
You mean 1,300 is not high enough to get into Yale?
No. But if you're Blake, he could get into Yale with a 1,300. Yeah, because they need a certain amount of minorities.
It's high enough to star in the show Dag.
Jason Biggs had a 1,200. J.C. Chazez, the NSYNC singer, had about 1,200. Chazez. And Dule Hill of the West Wing had 1,060.
I don't understand this at all. These guys couldn't have scored that high on the SAT.
Dule Hill?
Well, there it is. I think I had a 950.
Ashanti?
Yeah.
Did you really have a 950?
You see, I'm honest. Yeah, I don't even think I broke 1,000.
Yeah, you think they just asked these people what they're saying?
School's really not good for kids like me because it made me feel real bad about myself. Yeah. Like,
bored in school?
Well, bored? No, I was stupid.
Oh.
I mean, I felt bad. Like, they would talk about math. I didn't know what they were talking about, and I felt stupid. Then they would talk about grammar and English language. I didn't know what they were talking about. I felt stupid. It makes you feel dumb not to know all that stuff. I hated it.
But you were there to learn it.
It made me feel bad, though, because I couldn't understand what they were talking about. I only had a 950 on the SAT. You're not dealing with a rocket scientist. I had to go to BU Basic Studies, a moron college. That makes Marist College look like Harvard.
Like Leviticus.
Right.
What is the top school in the country, according to some magazine?
Well, I'll tell you the couple of top schools. Harvard is, I think, the most prestigious. You hear the name Harvard right away, you go, man, that's a smart bastard.
But is it the top? According to this.
All right, I'm gonna give you my top 5, and then I'll figure out what the top is. Right. Harvard, University of Pennsylvania, Princeton. What's that one in Boston? MIT, and Wharton School of Business. I don't know what that counts.
Well, that's a graduate.
That's a graduate school. All right, I'm going to say it's going to be nutty, but I'm going to say Princeton's the top school.
You would be absolutely right.
Look at me,
Princeton.
And I only had a 950.
Really?
Princeton is number 1.
New Jersey.
And Harvard's tied for second.
There you go. Oh yeah, I forgot to make a yell would be one of those too. All right. Well, once again, we've proven that I'm very, very intelligent. And other things.
At least you know where you shouldn't have gone.
Right. Don't forget FX channel tonight. It's Jailhouse Notch, starring Lee Majors, Ian Ziering, and Christopher Darden. This is a part of a 3-part trilogy. You got to watch it tonight at 10 o'clock on FX. I'm talking about Jailhouse Notch. I don't know what's on the E! Show today, but tomorrow on this show, hot model Summer Altice will model 5 different outfits, and Beetlejuice is coming in with some important news.
Taco Lips now is part of the Jailhouse Notch trilogy?
Yeah, Jailhouse Notch, Taco Lips now. If I tell you this is the greatest, Lee Majors plays Colonel Coos, who is a guy in Vietnam who worked with Notch. There's a lot of Vietnam footage, too. And Ian Ziering plays Notch's much older brother. And Christopher Darden plays a black lawyer. And you don't need an 1150 on your SAT to understand it.
I can't wait for the Taco Lips Now Redux.
Hey now. Oh, that's what it's called. But anyway, listen, really watch this. This is where you'll get a comedy education. I was reading a review of Son of the Beach just this past week, which said the best show on television and guilty pleasure. I think it was in the Daily News or the Post. Something about somebody's guilty pleasure. So check it out. I advise that you see this. And all right, we got a lot to get to, but I got to take a break. And then we got a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, we'll be back right after these words.
Hi, I'm Paul Rodriguez, and I was just on the Howard Stern show. Howard's my man. I listen to him in Spanish every time I can. Hi, this is Paul Rodriguez. I'm the funniest unemployed Latino on the planet. I tell you, life ain't right, but Howard makes it okay. Thanks.
93 K-Rock. Here's what's happening. Here's what's happening on K-Rock.
It's Danny. Don't miss K-Rock Thursday from 10 till midnight at Just Jake's, 30 North Park Street in Montclair, New Jersey. Register for your own backyard barbecue. From Heineken, it's all about the beer. Check out the Girls of Golf Party. Thursday at Eugene's, 27 West 24th Street, sponsored by